Hi everyone, Joe here from the Innovation Beehive. Welcome to our final video in the series on lessons from lockdown. Today I want to talk about something slightly different. This isn't an organizational or a leadership lesson, it's a personal lesson. It's where the personal meets the professional. So when we were doing our interviews and our survey with our clients, we were asking them predominantly about how COVID and lockdown has impacted on their work life. But three main personal lessons emerged from the conversations we had. First was simply, we've had to learn to work at home. We've had to learn to move to new seats. We've had to learn to go into the garden. We've had to learn to start at 2 p.m. and finish at 8 p.m. if that works for our schedule. And we've had to recognize that other people might be doing that and that that's okay. We've had to use remote technology and learn how to make that work effectively. And we've continued to connect with our colleagues, even though we're not with each other on a day-to-day basis. So learning to work from home was actually a steep learning curve for people. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because now that we're all working from home so readily, I think that we almost forgot how hard it was when it started. But put yourself back there. Put yourself back to sort of the 31st of March and think about how it felt and that uncertainty, that's something that drove us to learn. So there's something in that learning that says, through adversity we prevail, but adversity pushes us, and necessity is the mother of invention and all that. It's true, it works. Another thing that people were telling us is that they learned, sometimes the hard way, that it's okay to not be okay. That's, again, it's an easy phrase to say, it's a harder thing to actually embed into your mind, but it's so important. Simply to say we all have bad days, we all have good days, and a lot of us have a lot of flat days, particularly when we're working from home every day. And it's important to recognize that for ourselves, but it's also important to recognize that our team members are going through the same thing. And the third lesson that, people told us they were taking from lockdown was we're kind of reassessing a little what's important to us on a personal level. How long are we prepared to commute for? How much family time were we sacrificing for our job? And do we really want to return to that? And a lot of people have simply been asking themselves this question: why do I do what I do? And I'm not saying that you should ask that and then, go and live in a hut in the middle of the rainforest or whatever, but it's about reassessing and sometimes seeking the answer and really focus and really think. This isn't about throwing everything away because you've been working from home for a few months. This is about understanding why you do what you do and really finding that sense of purpose and connecting back to your work. This is a chance for a great reset and a great renewal, because we've kind of turned off the economy, we've turned it back on again, and it's powering up right now. And you know what happens when you turn off a computer and turn it back on again? It's got better processing power for a while. So take this opportunity to reset and renew. And as we return, think through what are the things that are important to you and how can you change the way you work and change the way you and your teams work so that you and your team can live better too. So there you go. I hope this series has been helpful to you to explore these different aspects of lessons from lockdown. It's been incredibly pleasurable for me to share these with you. And I would encourage you to download the white paper, which you can find a link to in the description. And I'd love to connect with you. If you're watching this, feel free to connect in with me on LinkedIn. You can also find the Innovation Beehive on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Follow us there and join the conversation. And check out all the other videos as well. All the links are in the description below this one. I think there's about 8 of them now. So yeah, check those out. Thanks everyone. Have a great rest of the day and check out more videos on our YouTube page in the future.